Hey guys, and welcome back to another fashion video. So in this video we're gonna talk all about the fashion trends in this fall season, and I feel like for all of us like fashion girlies, there's no better season in the year than the fall time. I'm just gonna say we're gonna have a lot of fun going through all the trends, but yeah, let's jump straight into the video. So first thing, before you pack all of your summer items into boxes and put them under the bed or the basement room, let's get quickly through all of the things which are still gonna be really trendy in this fall time, which were already a trend in the spring and summertime. So one trend which started already the last fall time and still continues to be really trendy in this fall time is suede. And I think you also notice it. I feel like it's everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's like shoes, if it's on clothing items, it's on handbags. Suede is still trendy and it's still gonna be a trend in the fall time. Hermes, Ralph Lauren, all of those designers are still integrating suede into their outfits, and I think that's the reason why it's still on trend. It presents the minimalism, but also as well the boohoo and western style, which was also a trend in the summertime. And because of the soft material of the suede, it screams fall for me. It reminds us of the cozy autumn time, and it kind of feels like you wear a slightly thin blanket with you. So yeah, this is the first trend. The next thing, which also kind of goes hand in hand with the suede, is the bohemian style. So the motto here is dress like you were still on vacation. So this means blouses, polished trousers and maxi skirts are a must. And in this fall time, we're gonna take coats, fringe, and also knitwear into the bohemian style and gonna mix it, especially big belts and a combination of transparent fabrics. We can see a lot of it on the Chloe runway, for example, for this fall season. And since leather is also a big must in this autumn season, we can also see how Chloe is including the leather fabric into their outfits, but they make it with a bohemian twist. So the form of the pants is more looking like a bootcut jeans. So in this way, you still have like the leather, which seems really luxurious, but also you have the form of the bootcut, which makes it a bohemian style. And I feel like this makes the whole look then complete. So we have seen which summer items are making it into fall, and nothing sets the tone quite like colors, fabrics, and prints. And I would say let's get more deep into this chapter. Sorry guys if I do a lot of with hands, like I love to explain things with my hands even when I talk, so sorry for that. But yeah. So the first thing, which is gonna be a really cute and huge trend this fall time, is a pop of red. So this scheme is really seen a lot of times on the runways for the fall time on several designers using a more classic outfit with a lot of earthy tones, but combine this with a bright accessory, maybe a scarf, or maybe also another clothing item in a bright red, makes the whole look stand out and catches the attention automatically. It is probably the easiest trend of this season, I would say, because it's so easy to copy. Like you don't need a lot, even you can get like a pair of socks, red socks for, I don't know, €5, and you are already creating a really interesting outfit. While a pop of red brings the energy to the outfit, checks are bringing the timeless edge. And together, they create one of the strongest style directions in the fall time, which we can see clearly, for example, on the Louis Vuitton runway. But not only red, but in general, the print of check on jackets, on skirts, we basically see it everywhere. And not only in the red, but within a wide range of colors. Especially the colorful ones are a really big eye catcher for this season, as well as those blue navy colored maxi skirts, which are really reminding us of the Scottish skirts. It not only brings structure and elegance into the outfit, but also nostalgic without appearing old-fashioned. And I feel like that is the breaking point. We go further with the next point, which is curious color combinations. After years of quiet fashion in the industry, designers were really focusing on neutral tones. And now we can see how the times have changed, and the fashion world is going towards really bright and screaming colors. Not only bright colors itself, but also matching bright colors together as a combination and creating with this a whole look. Like we can see, for example, on the Gucci runway. On the other hand, we can see on the Miu Miu runway how here was the focus really on earthy and neutral kind of tones to have like a base, but breaking the whole look with a screaming color, which were presented in the boots, for example, or some knee-high socks. And I feel like this also shows how easily for us it can be to create really interesting outfits where we can really play around colors. It's all about unusual but balanced matches which are creating excitement, and it also shows the freshness and individuality. I feel like it's such a beautiful trend. Be really free, play around with colors, have your fun with fashion. And yeah, I know we talked about colors and bright colors, and now we're gonna go to a really deep color, which is black. And it's more darker, it's moodier, and it often comes with a gothic twist, which we can see also, for example, on the Chanel runway, which kind of reminds us of the dark romanticism. Like adding accessories, for example, like bows to it, makes the gothic looks look not only elegant, but also like kind of in a sweet way. It brings the timeless elegance, as you can see on the runway, of multiple designers, and especially for the fall time, it is the perfect stage for dark fabrics, like for example leather, wool or velvet. It reveals their depth, especially with the dark color. And I feel like especially with those all black outfits, you can really never go wrong. It always looks like you have your shit together. So we saw how black is back in 2025, but it's not only darkness here in the fall time. Florals are also here to brighten the things up in richer tones and as well as in some moodier patterns, which is perfect for the fall time. Instead of pastel tones, which were really trendy in the spring season, we go now for more dark and muted tones. Especially those bigger printed flowers are going into a trend which we will be talking about a little bit later in this video. But in general, just blouses or dresses with flower print can be so easily combined with blazers, with coats, and it kind of gives this outfit like an artistic touch to it. This is also kind of a way how to make the outfit just much more interesting. I know we're jumping in this video a lot between contrasts, but hear me out with the next one. So the next trend is huge because I see it on so many designers on the runway, and it is the 50 Shades of Grey. From dark and cool tone gray tones to really light mouse grays, it is a wide range of the color gray, and it also goes hand in hand with the motto dress for success, because a lot of outfits in this fall season's runways, we can see that they were office inspired. From Miu Miu to Gucci, the color gray kind of transports the feeling of clean and reduced aesthetic. It goes perfect in the fall season since it is really matching with other colors like navy, burgundy red, as well as black. And I feel like because you can combine this color so well, this is also why it's such a big and huge trend. When it comes to fabrics, we can see on the runways that mostly this tweed fabric is really in the trend. It has like this heavy and matte material, which is really typical for the fall and winter time, because it also is not only thick, but it also keeps you warm. And I feel like to have one piece of, doesn't matter which tone of gray, should be really one stable piece in your wardrobe for this fall season. So we've looked at the colors and prints in this fall season for 2025, but of course it's not all about colors and textures, it's also about the actual pieces we're gonna wear. So let's have a deeper look on the clothing items which are gonna be really trendy in this fall time. So the first key item which you should get is the colorless coat. And like the name already tells us, it is a coat without the color. So this gives kind of like a more cleaner and minimalism touch, which is perfect when you want to layer your outfits, for example with some turtlenecks, with blouses. So this is the first item. Going to the next item, and I think this is gonna be the star of the fall season, because to be honest, browsing through the runways of the designers, I saw this on every runway of every designer, which are pointed leather shoes, especially in the color black, but we can also see it in olive green or brown. It's really high fashion and it underlines this whole office kind of look. and transforms casual looks into a more elegant way. Especially like we can see on the Chanel runway how it's mostly combined with some wide leg pants, which makes the comfy pants look automatically chic. This is definitely one item you can't miss out on. Another key essential which shouldn't be missed in your fall wardrobe are oversized suit pants. On the runways, especially the color black was showcased because it is really versatile and it can be matched to many other color combinations in the fall time. What I also love about this fall season's trends is also that it's kind of leaned all on staying comfy. So having those suit pants, it's not only looking chic, but you stay comfortable and you can combine really well some blazers or a coat with it. So in general, it gives like this oversized look, but still delivers elegance at the same time. So let's move on to the last chapter of this video, which is dressing styles. And I need to say, I think it's my favorite chapter and you will soon know why. First up is modern prep, a style that takes us back kind of to school uniform classics, but reimagines them in a fresh and playful way for 2025. It is a mix of traditional items like polos or cravats in combination with more sporty and modern items like leather jackets and denims. This trend is kind of suitable for every day, which I love. It doesn't matter if you want to go to the school or you just want to go for a cute lunch date with your girls in the city. It is really perfect if you don't want to look too chic, but you also don't want to look too casual at the same time. So we consider this perfectly good on the Louis Vuitton runway. You can see how the combination of the windbreaker jacket, the white denim jeans is kind of given this tomboy effect, but adding like feminine accessories, like for example the red bow to it, makes this outfit kind of breaks, and it is really a good mix of both worlds together and makes the whole fit not only comfy but interesting. Coming to the next trend, guys, and I think this is my favorite one, and that's why I said this chapter is my favorite chapter, because I can talk about it. So nostalgia and retro is coming back to trend. If you walked in some shops, you may or may not have already noticed that we are surrounded by a lot of medieval inspired pieces, from jewelry to velvet jackets. And in this fall season runways, we were able to see how a lot of designers chose, besides the Baroque time, also kind of the 40s and 50s type of touch in their looks. And with that, we come to the second dressing style trend, which is lingerie. Lingerie I saw on quite some designers. For example, Miu Miu and Chloe represented really good in my opinion. It looks glamorous and it kind of reminds us of the old Hollywood movie icons. Like in the runway of Miu Miu, we can, for example, see how with a combination of stockings and a flat shoe, it kind of breaks the erotic effect, I would say, and brings it to a here and now and makes the lingerie wearable and turns it into an everyday outfit. Another trend which I saw a lot of times on the runways, which I totally love by the way, is tucking oversized office pants into your boots. So designers like Ralph Lauren or Louis Vuitton are really into showing the break of masculine pants mixed with feminine riding boots, makes it more of a street statement and kind of reminds of the 40s military look, but in a more modern version. Because it gives your body kind of a nice silhouette, it looks sophisticated but also luxurious, and especially if you have a lot of rainy days in your country or in your city, it protects your pants also as well from not getting soaked. So yeah, a win is a win. So while tucking office pleated pants into your boots gives us a sleek and structured silhouette, the next dressing style is going to a complete different way, and this is simply more is more. And we are talking here about maximalism, and this will also be the last trend we're going to talk about in this video. So what I mean with maximalism is everything which is not representing minimalism. So this means layering a lot of accessories and luxurious fabrics. I said it before that the Baroque time was really a huge theme in the designers runway this season, because we can see a lot of range of designers chose accessories like bows around the neck with a lot of ruffles, which can turn a complete basic outfit into a statement outfit because it adds a lot of dimension into it. It's all about being loud, setting a statement instead of being clean and silent. It kind of gives you the feel to show your character within your outfit. Those looks bring the romance mixed with the powerness into one, and I think this is what we all love about fashion, to have like fun with pieces, to mixing different accessories together. And I also think this is why the designers chose this trend of the Baroque and medieval time, because back then people were really having fun with like jewelry, with accessories, with really like showing that they are on the street. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you got some inspiration for your own looks for this season, and let me know which one was your favorite trend. And yeah, I wish you guys a great day. We will see each other in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!